Are you ready? Come to the top of the mat. Have your feet hip distance apart. Slight bend in your knees. Arms by your side. Start to lift your chest. Lift your gaze. Draw your shoulders back. Open your chest. Palms facing forward. Fold forward with a straight back. Release your hands. Round your back. Relax your neck. Roll up into a standing position. Lift your chest. Palms facing forward. Gaze comes up. Fold forward with a straight back. Release your hands. Relax your neck. Round your back. Roll up vertebra for vertebra. One more time. Lift your chest. Come into a back bend. Palms facing forward. Fold forward with a straight back. Release your hands. Relax your neck. Round all the way up into a standing position. Arms by your side. Take an inhale, raise your arms. Palms touching, look towards your thumbs. And exhale, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, place your knees down, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, elbows bending backwards, lift your chest up. Spread your fingers, neck stays long, shoulders away from your ears. Slowly lower your nose to a hover, press up and come into a downward facing dog. Hold here in your down dog, pedal your feet, and release your heels down. Relax your neck, fingers are spread, feet are hip distance apart. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. Lengthen, lift, everything straightens, your back, your legs, your arms. Fold forward on your exhale. Come up with a straight back, take your arms with you over your head, palms touch, looking up. Samasthiti, arms by your side. Again, raise your arms, palms touching, folding forward. Lengthen, lift. Step back into a plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards, all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift into a cobra. Press your palms down, lifting up, seat to heel and downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Lift your heels higher, bend your knees and bring your belly towards your thighs. Keep your hips as high as you can and release your heels down. And again, lift your heels, knees are bent, belly towards thighs. Keep your hips high and release your heels down. One more like this. Bend your knees, heels lifted, belly to thigh. And then release your heels down. Feel the stretch in your upper back. Look towards your hands. Walk your feet forward. Lengthen, lift. Shoulders away from your ears, belly sucked in. Fold, relax your head down. Come up, take your arms with you over your head. Look towards your thumbs. Samasthiti. Raise your arms on your inhale. On your exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Exhale, bend the elbows, low onto your belly. Inhale, point your toes, lift into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Raise your right leg up towards the ceiling. Open your hips. Raise your leg higher. Bring your little toe as close towards the ceiling as you can. And bend your right leg. Hold here. And release. Place the foot down. Raise your left leg up. And open your hips. Raise your leg as high as you can, little toe towards the ceiling. Holding here. And then bend your knee. And release. Foot comes down. Look towards your hands, walking your feet forward. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, palms touching. Samasthiti here, arms by your side. Close your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, nose. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Release your arms by your side. Bend your knees. Come into chair pose. Extend your arms forward. Tailbone long, ribs together. Shift the weight towards your heels. So if you're looking over your knees, you can see your toes. Take another inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Release your hand. Hands come onto the mat. Keep breathing here. Your fingers are in line with your toes. Take another inhale. Lengthen, lift. Everything straightens. Shoulders away from the ears. And bend your knees. Place your hands onto the mat. Step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward. Place your knees down. Hold here. Your one straight line from the crown of the head to the knees. Tailbone long, ribs together. Bend the elbows backwards, no more than 90 degrees. Now engage your glutes. Point your toes. Lift into back bend. And downward facing dog. From here. Let's try that again. Come forward into a plank pose. Bring your shoulders further forward. Place your knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Lower down as one. Then you point your toes. Squeeze your glutes. Drop your hips slightly, but keep your glutes engaged. Looking forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Fingers are spread. Hold of the hand presses down. And then come back into your downward facing dog. One more time. Come into a plank. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Point your toes. Engage your glutes. Lift up into your back bend. And downward facing dog from here. Pedal your feet and release your heels down. Press your hands into the mat. Relax your neck. Press your thighs back, hips come high, belly sucked in. Hold here. Then slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Stay here. Bring your feet behind your wrists. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Get hold of your opposite elbows. Relax your head. Hold here in your ragdoll. And gently sway your torso from side to side. Slowly, mindfully, relaxed. Keep your feet grounded. And release your hands onto the mat in front of your feet. Start to shift the weight forward towards the balls of your feet. And go back. And again, shift the weight forward and go back. If you feel steady, as you shift the weight forward, you can lift your heels off the mat. And as you go back, maybe lift your toes off the mat. And again, come forward, maybe lift your heels up, maybe a little bit higher. And as you go back, your toes come up, maybe the balls of your feet come up and you're flexing the feet. Your knees are bent here. And again, shifting the weight forward and back. Couple more here. Shifting the weight forward and back. One more. And go back. And release. Root down through all four corners of the feet. Knees are bent. Hold here, neck relaxed. And slowly come rolling up into a standing position. vertebra for vertebra. Shoulders and head last. Arms by your side. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Bend your knees, come into a chair pose. Extend your arms forward, fold. Lengthen, lift on your next inhale. And exhale, step back, shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot behind your right wrist. Left heel down, feet in train tracks. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your next exhale, you step back, shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot behind your left wrist, right heel down, feet in train tracks. Come up, warrior one, inhale and exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Step back, shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift up into back bend and exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Then bend your knees, look towards your hands. Step, walk or hop forward. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, palms touching. Samastiti here. Have your feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Extend your arms forward. And then slowly fold forward with the torso until your belly is resting on your thighs. Now interlace your hands, index fingers pointing forward. Lift your arms up until they are next to your ears, holding here. Weight is mostly in your heels. You can lift your toes off the mat if you want to make it harder. Lift your arms higher, keeping your neck long. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Release your head, catch your ankles. Inhale and exhale. Pull yourself forward. Hold here, bend your elbows sideways and breathe. Start to shift the weight forward. Maybe straighten out the legs a little bit more. And next inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, hands onto the mat. Step back, plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Lift up, inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, so big toes are touching. Come forward into plank pose. We'll come into a side plank. So have your feet stacked on top of each other. And we're starting by raising the right arm up. So feet on top of each other. Raise your hips as high as you can. Hips are stacked. Shoulders and arms are one straight line. Hold here and breathe. One more inhale. Next exhale. Hand comes down. Feet are still next to each other. Other side. Raising your left arm up. Balancing here. Hold. Arms one straight line. Raise your hips a little bit higher. One more inhale and exhale. Hands onto the mat. Lift your hips up. Come into your down dog. Have your feet still together. Then bend your knees. Look towards your hands. Step, walk or hop forward. Feet together. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, come into a chair pose. Extend your arms forward. Now place your palms together in front of your heart. We're going to twist towards the right side. Left elbow will go onto the right knee. Inhale and exhale, twist. Press your palms together. They move towards the center of your chest. Holding here. Keep your knees in one line. Hips stay facing forward. Sink your hips low. One more inhale. Next exhale. Fold forward. Relax your head. Release your arms. Bend your knees again. Extend your arms forward. Palms together. Twisting towards the left. Inhale and exhale. Twist. Place your elbow. Palms together. They move towards the center of your heart. Hold here And breathe. Your lower arms create one straight line. Knees on one line. One more inhale. Next exhale, release. Folding forwards. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step or hop back into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale into your back bend, and exhale, coming into your downward facing dog. Hold here. Then take your right foot between your hands. Left heel stays off the mat. Gently walk forwards and backwards a few times here. And come onto your fingertips. Walk your fingertips back. Straighten out your right leg as much as you can. Stay grounded through the right foot. So right big toe presses down. At the same time, you're drawing your right hip back. Hold here. Release your left heel down towards the mat. See if you can straighten your leg a little bit more. Lifting your chest. Looking forward. Keep your legs as they are. And then forward over your right leg. Holding here. One more inhale. And next exhale, bend your front leg. Walking your hands forward. Step back into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Lift up. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Other side. Left foot forward. Right heel stays off the mat. Rocking forwards and backwards here a few times. Then come onto your fingertips, walk your hands back, start to straighten out your left leg. Press your left big toe down, draw your left hip back at the same time. Hold here, your right heel releases down towards the mat. And breathe. Lift the chest, straighten out the back as much as you can, and then fold forward over your leg. Next inhale you're taking, look forward, bend your front leg, walk your hands forward again, step back into plank pose. From plank, bring the shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows backwards. Lift up, inhale into your back bend, and exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Lower down your knees onto the mat, and come into kneeling position. Bring your knees together. Tailbone is long, and squeeze your thighs. Palms together in front of your heart. Lean back as one straight line. No back bending here. Holding here, and then come forward again. And again, lean back just a little bit. And then draw a circle with your right arm. So starting to twist towards the right. Take your right arm down, behind you, up towards the ceiling, and then palms together again. Other side. Your left arm comes down, behind you, up, and palms together. You're still leaning backwards slightly. And again, right, and left, and right. One more time, left. Place your hands onto the mat. Toes are tucked under. Lift your knees up. Come into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look towards your hands. Step, walk or hop forward. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, palms touching. Samasthiti. Have your arms by your side, palms facing forward. Holding here. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Start to shift your weight into your right leg. Take your left toes behind you. Fold forward. Keep your sternum lifted. Arms stay by your side. Until your torso is parallel to the mat. Your standing leg can be bent. And when you're ready, you float your left leg up. Keep your hips as square as possible. Hold here. Shoulders away from the ears. Keep your arms engaged. And then slowly come up into a standing position. Other side. Shift the weight into your left leg. Take your right toes behind you. Fold forward. Standing leg can be bent. Shoulders away from your ears. Neck is long. And when you're ready, you lift your right leg up behind you. Hold here. Reach through your fingertips. And breathe. And then slowly come back up into standing position. Samasthiti here. Take an inhale, raise your arms, palms touching. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Lift up, inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right foot outside your right hand. Turn your toes towards 1 o'clock. Easy twist. So first rock forwards and backwards a few times. And then stay steady. Your left leg is straight and engaged. Raise your right arm up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Stay grounded through your right foot. And breathe. And take your right hand down onto the mat. Lower down your back knee. Gently push the hips forward and down. Lift your back knee up. Step back, plank. Shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take your left foot outside your left hand. Toes turn out slightly. First rock forwards and backwards a few times. And then stay steady. Engaging your right leg. So right leg is straight. Raise your left arm up towards the ceiling. So your arms create one straight line again. Press your left foot down, holding here. And release the hand. Lower down your right knee. Gently push the hips forward and down. Lift the back knee up. Step back, plank. Shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward till they are behind your wrist. Bring them a little bit wider. Sink your hips down till your thighs are parallel to the mat. Interlace your hands. Point your index fingers facing forward. And then take your arms next to your ears. Holding here. Keep your neck long. Sink your hips low. Hold here. For 3, 2, and 1. Raise your hips up. Release your hands. Get hold of your ankles. Lengthen, lift, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Relax your neck. Hold here. We're going to do that again. Bend your knees. Extend your arms forward, interlacing your hands, pointing your index fingers. Hold here. Take your arms as high as you can so they're next to your ears. Neck stays long. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Raise your hips. Relax your neck. Catch your ankles. Pull yourself forward. Elbows bending sideways. One more time. Bend your knees. Extend your arms forward, hands interlaced, arms next to your ears. Holding here for 3, neck is long, 2, and 1. Slowly fold forward, catch your ankles. Relax your neck. And place your hands onto the mat. Step back, or you can jump back into plank pose. Shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale into your back bend, and exhale, come to your downward facing dog. Take your right foot between your hands. Feet will be in train tracks. Step your back foot in a little. Back heel is down. Slowly start to straighten both of your legs. Walk your hands back. You're framing your foot, your right foot, with your hands. Take your left hand either onto the foot or outside the foot. We twist towards the right. So stay grounded through the right foot. Draw the right hip back. Elongate the spine. And start to raise your right arm up towards the ceiling. Holding here and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands onto the mat. Step back plank. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. Lift up. Inhale and exhale. Come into your downward facing dog. Other side. Left foot forward. Step the back foot in a little. Heel comes down. Straighten out both of your legs. Walk your hands back a little. Take your right hand inside your left foot or place the hand onto the mat. Stay grounded, so keep the foot pressing down, draw the left hip back, elongate the spine, and when you're ready, you take your left arm up towards the ceiling, hold here, and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Both hands on the mat, step back into your plank. Shoulders forward, knees down, bend the elbows. Lift up, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Squatting position, so either step or jump your feet behind your hands. Turn your toes out and heel to your feet a little bit wider if you need to, and then sink your hips down, coming into a squat. Place your palms together, press your elbows against the inner thighs. Now you can hold here or interlace in your hands. Point your index fingers, take your arms up. Take your arms behind you as much as you can, holding here, and then take your gaze up towards your hands. Hold here and squeeze. Squeeze your arms together and release. Lift your hips up. Heel to your feet, hip distance apart. Place your hands underneath your feet until your toes touch your wrist. Lengthen, lift, inhale, and exhale, fold forward, relax your head. Hold here, shifting the weight forward, and release your hands. Roll up into standing position, vertebra for vertebra. Step your feet to the side. Place your hands onto your hips. Bring your feet as wide as you feel comfortable doing. Right leg forward fold. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward. Place your hands onto the mat. Walk your hands back until your fingers are in line with your toes. Lengthen, lift, inhale, exhale, fold down. Release your head, release your neck. Press your palms down, bend the elbows backwards. Hold here. Shift the weight forward. Raise your hips as high as you can. And then lengthen, lift again. Place your hands into your hips. Come all the way up into standing position. Turn your right toes forward. Extend your arms to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge, reach. Lower down. Take your right hand either onto your shin or onto the mat. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Both arms and legs are straight. Gaze is up. Holding here. Forehead is above your chin. And slowly lower down with your gaze. Coming up. Pivot your feet around to the other side. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, hinge, reach forward, and then lower down. So either hand onto your shin or fingertips come onto the mat, the other arm up towards the ceiling. Legs and arms are straight. Hold here. Gazes up for 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Slowly come back up. Bring your feet parallel to each other. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Get hold of your left wrist. Lengthen here, inhale, and then exhale. Reach over towards the right. Feel the stretch in your left side. Hold here and breathe. And then come up again. Switching sides. Get hold of your wrist. Inhale and exhale. Side stretch. And breathe here. And slowly come up. Interlace your hands. Flip your palms so they're facing up towards the ceiling. Bring your heels in so your toes turn out. Bend your knees, goddess pose. Hold here. Press your knees to the side. Knees and toes face in the same direction. Hold here and breathe. Keep your knees bent. Take your arms next to you. So they're extended to the side. And then open the palms. Lift your chest slightly. Then we're closing the chest. So slowly start to round your upper back. Flip your palms. Shoulders come forward. Chin to chest. And again, lift your chest. And then you're rounding the upper back. One more each. Inhale. And exhale. And then come into neutral position with the palms facing down. Release your hands. Lift up. Take your hands onto your hips. Bring your feet closer till they're about hip distance apart. Extend your arms forward. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your hips behind you. You're in a chair pose again. Hold here and breathe. And slowly come up. Now lift your heels off the mat. Slide down an imaginary wall behind you. And then lift up again. Only one more time and we'll stay down. Just slowly lower down and release. Release your hands. Lower down your knees onto the mat. You're in a kneeling position again. Extend your right leg away from you. Have your toes facing forward. Take your arms next to your ears. And then lean over towards the left. So we're not side bending, just leaning, hinging. You should feel something in your obliques. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Take your arms to the side. Arms are extended. And then float your right leg up until your left hand is on the mat. Good. Holding here. And breathe. Raise your right leg a little bit higher. And then float up again. And release. Both knees on the mat. Extend the other leg away from your toes facing up. Arms are next to your ears. And lean over towards the right. So you're hinging and not side bending. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Extend your arms. And you're floating your leg up. You're balancing here. And your right hand comes down. Lift your left leg a little bit higher. Holding here. And then slowly float up again and release. Both knees are on the mat. Sink your hips down. Place your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Gently blink your eyes open. Bring both of your legs over towards the right. So you're in a mermaid position. Take your right hand next to your left arm up and over your ear. Spin your chest open. Feel the stretch in your side again. And then slowly come up. Take your left hand onto the mat. Right arm comes up over your ear. And start to look down towards your left hand. Place your right hand above the left. Yes, just in front. Hold here. So your right hip comes off the mat. If you now can walk your hand over to the back a little bit more, so you're getting a deeper stretch. And hold here. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Bring your legs over to the other side. Left hand is next to your right arm up. And then side stretch. Holding here. Spin your chest open slightly. And then take your hand onto the mat. Your left arm comes up and over your ear. And start to twist. So we're looking down towards the right hand. And your left hand comes onto the mat in front of the right. You can stay here. Your left hip is off the mat. Or you walk your hand to the back a little bit more for a deeper stretch. And hold and breathe. One more. And then slowly come up and release. Cross your legs. Interlace your hands behind you. Lift your chest up. Fold forward. Take your arms with you over your head. Hold here. And then slowly come up. Lift your knees. Place your feet flat on the mat. Hand comes behind you. Hands, both of them. Fingers facing forward. Then lift your hips up. In a reverse tabletop position. Holding here. And then slowly lower your hips down again. Flex your feet. Hug your legs. So your arms come underneath your knees, getting hold of your opposite elbows. And slowly slide your heels away from you. Folding forward. Keep your feet flexed, neck relaxed. Stay here. And then slowly come up again. Knees start to bend. Take your hands behind you. Fingers facing towards you again. Lift your hips up. Holding here. Maybe drop your head back. One more inhale. And next exhale. Lower down again. Flex your feet. Catch the outer edges of your feet with your hands. Slide forward. Your belly and your thighs are connected. Try and keep it that way. If you're rounding your back, that's fine. Relax your neck. Hold here and breathe. Slowly come up. Place the sole of your right foot against the left inner thigh. Sit upright. Take an inhale. On your exhale, fold over your left leg. Left foot is flexed. Your torso is centered over your left leg. Hold here. Neck is relaxed. Eyes are soft. And then slowly come up. Fold your right knee over your left. Foot stays flexed. Inhale and exhale, fold. Feel the stretch in your calf. If it's too much, relax your left leg. If it's not enough, catch the outer edge of your foot and pull the foot towards you. Release. Walk your hands back, come up. Switch legs. Sole of your left foot against the right inner thigh. Right foot is flexed, sit upright, inhale, and exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Neck is relaxed. Hold here. Gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. Slowly come up, walk your hands back. Fold your left knee over your right. Keep your foot flexed, inhale and exhale, forward. So either stay here or you relax your right leg, or you catch the outer edge of your foot to make it more intense. And slowly come up. Relax your legs. Come into a cross-legged position. Place your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.